Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the Rockinboxes Presents channel. Sean Rockinboxes here with you, and wow, another interview, new year. I was supposed to have another interview. I had an interview lined up a couple of weeks ago, and unfortunately in Tennessee, the power went out. And anyway, this week, well, what are we talking now? A couple of weeks later, we end up having an awesome person. She's been on the Rockinboxes Present show before. Her name is Loran Bolding. She's a producer, director, actress. Everybody out there that's watching us, please welcome Loran Bolding. Hey.
And the crowd goes wild.
Oh.
Hey, Sean. It's great to be back. Thanks for having me back. I'm glad to be back.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. You know, it's like, we're talking off camera and you said it in your promo, it's like we're having a cup of coffee. So I got the old Irish, McDonald's, and McDonald's can sponsor me if they wish. The Shamrock Shake is back, by the way. So
I'm Irish. I'm Irish. I'm half Irish right here.
Yeah, right on. There you go.
Water. I don't have coffee because it's too late at night. I would be up till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning if I drink coffee right now. But one day I'll grab a cup of coffee with you and then we'll like chit chat for real. Like, I mean, we're chit chatting for real now, but like face to face type stuff.
She's lying. It's actually Irish whiskey. All right. So you know what? All you people that are out there watching, if you wish to ask Loran any questions regarding being a director or what got her into it and all that, we'll get into that. She's already been on the show, and you can go check out that past interview. Wow. How long has it been? We had you back, last July, maybe August or June?
It was summer. Yeah. I was in Greenville, South Carolina at my parents' old house. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about what you've been doing since. I mean, you got your movie. I know we were talking about Redemption's Price before.
Yep.
And apparently that went, I don't know if there was some, that production on hold for a bit, or?
Well, we had to we had to push back the shoot dates because of Mardi Gras. So I had gone through all of this research into the different festivals that are in New Orleans, Louisiana, that type of thing. I did all this research, and Mardi Gras is normally in March. And I was like, well, I really don't want to do that. So let's shoot in February. That way we can miss the Mardi Gras crowd and, not be stressed or anything. Come to find out, they pushed it from March of this year into February. And so it was, our production was being shot between that. And there was going to be no way that we could do it. So I had to get back on everybody's schedules for April. I gave 2 dates and everybody pretty much agreed with April. So I put out a date, told everybody to put it on their calendars. And just recently I had sent out the their schedule of when they were going to be working. It's called a DOOD. And I actually didn't know that. I'm learning stuff every day. I was on the set of Michael Anglin's movie Consequences with one of his producers, and that's how I found out what a DOOD is. And I just thought it was so crafty. And I already have my shooting schedule. I just have to get it to Excel. And so it kind of, I transposed it over to the DODs and sent them out, and everybody's happy now. Everyone's like, yay, I can get my plane ticket, or yay, I know who I'm riding with. And it's like, things are really starting to come together. So a lot of stress has been lifted off of my shoulders thanks to my UPM that I just recently brought on, Angela Marie Duncan. She has blessed this production so much. I can't talk this woman up enough. She's a retired lawyer. She's been in the industry for 20 years. There's a lot of things that she done that she signed NDAs for, so I don't know a lot about that, but we know the industry and NDAs, don't we? So, but Angela has been this huge stress reducer, and she kind of makes fun of me. She's like, sweetie, that's what I'm here for. I was like, I know, but I've never had a UPM. I'm always doing it myself. Because on indie projects, the writer, the director has to put a lot on their shoulders. So from location scouting to shot listing to, you know, getting people transported and everything, crafty, everything. So it's kind of difficult for me to hand over the reins, so to speak. So she's been really gentle with me, which I appreciate. Well, gently to me in my own way. She's just like, get over yourself. I'm going to help you. And I'm like, okay, take it.
Wonderful when you have that kind of person that'll take the reins, and they've already been in the industry for a while, so they're able to tell you what a dude is, like a dude.
A dude and a UPM, and she's just I can't talk her up enough. She's amazing.
That's awesome. And so whenever it comes to this movie, what is the actual process? Like, okay, so you've already gone through this. Mardi Gras came along, and you kind of had to push everything back. So now, where do you stand with all of it now?
Well, we're actually fundraising. We're doing a crowd fundraising on GoFundMe for Redemption's Price. We've actually made enough money on it right at this point, praise God, from all the wonderful people that have donated, so that I can buy all the costume and props that are needed for the majority of the film. And so I'm going back to Mississippi March 9th through the 16th so we can film a preview. And that preview is going to be our teaser trailer for Redemption's Price. I actually just finished with it today and sent it out to the people who are going to be involved in the preview. It was my first. I'm so proud, just so you know. Nice. I figured it out. If I don't know something, Sean, I research it. I research, I learn, because I'll bother somebody if I absolutely can't find something and I have a question, but I'm going to research something every day so that I can learn something new. And I researched how a preview was done and went into Word document and just did it all. So we're shooting the preview to help fundraise, kind of like a trailer so people know what we're working with. And I got Michael Englund involved. He's also a producer with Drummer 71 Productions. I have the amazing DP Chad Rains, who has graciously agreed. This man is kick-ass awesome. Excuse my language. But I can't put Chad on consequences, and I love him. This man knows what he's doing, has his own equipment, great personality, meshes well with everybody. He's like the greatest DP. And if he has an idea or something, he definitely like lets you know about it. And most of the time it works. I mean, like all the time. So he's great to have on there. I got Caleb Pegram, who plays Beelzebub in Redemption's Price. He's in the preview. Philippe Auguste, who plays Damien, Michael's creator. So Michael's there as well. Me, Brittany Van Dyke, who plays Isabel now, and Antonio Saez, who plays Malik. So we're all going to get together for a one-day preview shoot. Tony Basili, who was my lead on the Jacobs File, and I know you've seen those posters, has said that he would edit that trailer as soon as I get it to him. And so we'll have that trailer within a few days after I get back. So here's hoping for raising the rest of the money, but we're going to have it all the way up through post, because of course you know how post and stuff goes. So sure. Yeah, we are definitely in the pre-production phase, the most stressful phase. Right. I haven't even started studying my lines yet.
Well, I'm sure you'll go through. I mean, you'll do well. You're pretty good at. I mean, you've given me a couple of, hey, Sean, how did this sound on a little? You do pretty good. I'm pretty sure you'll do fine.
Oh, thank you. I'm very quick at, man. I can make the most of professional actors kind of sick, because I'm one of those naturally gifted actors. I still study my craft every single day. I just have no formal training other than a few film classes I took and growing up in theater and stuff like that. I guess that was my education that led me into this now. But thank you. I hope so. I want everybody to have a good time. I want everybody to feel comfortable and just have a kick-ass time on my set. I mean, that's my heart, for everyone to have a good time. But I'm telling you what, when it comes to Loran or Michael directing, it like business. You know what I'm saying? Like, camera goes on, it's all business. So we have fun offset and we have fun on set, but when it's business time, it's business time. And
well, time is money. And when you have a certain scene that you're shooting, I mean, you want to make sure that it's going to go right the first time, and it always doesn't. I mean, I know there's certain, you know, things, angles, you're looking at this, that, the other, and you're like, oh no, wait, no, okay, now, all right. Oh no, wait, and then you guys will both be talking. Yeah, I've been on set, and it's been you
Happens
see
all the time.
back and forth all the time. When it comes to this film for the crowdfunding, do you mind? Can you tell us who you went? Was it Kickstarter?
Was GoFundMe.
Say again, sorry?
It was GoFundMe.
Oh, GoFundMe. Okay, yeah.
For our purposes, we just figured that when I was doing research on all of the crowdfunding sites, I just felt like GoFundMe was the best for Redemption's price. We were going to go with Kickstarter, but I can't handle that amount of stress. It's an all or nothing campaign, and I could not handle that. So we went with because at one point we were asking a certain amount, and now I've kind of reduced that amount because of things that have lined up that I'm not worried about anymore. So I reduced the price. So hopefully we'll be able to raise the rest of the funds, so people aren't looking at the first amount going, oh my God, not even my $10 could help these people. But it can. You know, even $1 would help. You know what I'm saying? So it's just just crowdfunding. It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. I mean, you've got people out there that are giving money and they're kind of wanting something out of it because they're the ones giving into it. So, I mean, you know, do you take the ideas? Have people given you ideas when they were like given money or whatever, or did you have anything like that? I know there was one film where they were asking if you could give us ideas with the money you gave, and then you give credits at the end, or you'd say thank you to, you know, the big, I don't know.
Yeah, we have a reward system when you go into the GoFundMe campaign, and you expand the story. It has all of the rewards up under it for all brackets. So from $10 to $1,000, there's rewards along the way, from certified autographed script from the cast, to VIP dinner with the crew, the cast, the leads, VIP pass premieres. We even have several supporting roles, principal roles with lines that can be filled by people who donate a certain amount. So if people want to be in a vampire film, this will be their best opportunity. The only thing is that we're not responsible for their travel. So it would behoove people to be within a few hours distance. So it's up to the person, but you know, vampire movie it's going to be distributed. I mean, this movie is 16 years in the making. I know it's going to be big.
That's a good segue. Thanks a lot for saying. So can you just, from our last talk, we were talking about what the movie was about, the premise, the background. Can you give everybody, new people that might have just, they're joining us or whatever, a little bit of backstory on Redemption's Price?
Sure. It is about a 400-year-old vampire who is given a prophecy that if he finds the woman of his youth, he has the chance to become mortal again. And that is just the small piece of a larger movie, so to speak, because there's definitely plot twists that people are going to want to be seeing. It's full of vengeance. I mean, I'm pretty much getting back to the dark hearts of vampires. Yes, there's a little bit of a love story in there between Lily and Michael, but overall, the devious, manipulative, hating the human race, just black-hearted creatures that they are, even to each other, is what I'm getting back to. So, and with Redemption's Price, for those that don't know, I have completely rewritten the history and origins of vampires. So now everybody, because most people see the beginning origins of vampires beginning with Dracula, but there's so much more before that hasn't been explored, and Redemption's Price explores that. And I'm very excited to have, I've gone through a very hard selection process of selecting the cast and crew for this movie, because I know it's going to be big. I know it's going to be important, and I know it's going to be compared to a lot of other movies. So my actors are going to be like focused and spot on with the characters. And I've been meeting individually for a good half hour to an hour with every single cast member that I can recently, and I'm almost done. I have a few left about their character psychology developments. Because I have a specific way that I want a character delivered, but they also have to have enough artistic range to create their version of the character. And so because my training comes in with building the psychology behind a character. And if a person gets the psychology behind the character down, I believe it delivers a more natural performance. And there will be no, I'm going to wait for this person to say his line so I can respond. It's going to be boom, 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 back and forth, natural reality. This is how it's going to happen. And it just flows better and everybody becomes more comfortable. And I have seen so many indie movies recently because I've been doing a lot of research by watching movies because, you know, I like movies. And I can count with 2 fingers, and this is so sad, that the people were the actual character. It was believable that they were these people. And then the rest of the cast were acting for the camera. There was nothing behind the eyes, Sean. And if you don't have your now, I understand people fall out of character. It is a director's job to stop filming and get that person back into that character's mind. And if a good director can bring even the most downtrodden actor who's having the worst day of their life back into that character, it is the director's job. And I believe that with what I'm doing now, I have to believe that my characters or that my actors won't do that. But if they do, I have a method to get them back into that. So I'm kind of honing in on giving them different scenarios to walk through to develop their characters deeper for a more natural performance. And that's what I do with my characters, even through an audition. I go through a set of questions and life experiences to bring my character to life. And that's what I'm kind of giving in on every single one of my actors. And now several of them have blown me away. I haven't hardly had to give them any direction. Philippe Auguste, Caleb Pegram, Jason, I just got off, I'm sorry, I forgot Jason's last name, Tony Basili. All of these several people have just blown me away with their character development. Michael Anglin, Brittany, Antonio, one of the hardest working men in show business. You've got to get this man on your show. Antonio Sayers is hard working all the time. And the man has this incredible antagonistic look. And anytime I talk to him, he is on point with Malik. I don't have to worry about him at all. And when we get to set, I have a feeling that once that camera goes on, he is Malik. He's no longer Antonio. And several other people that have proven that to me through our trainings. It's like a huge, I did it for Beyond Dark as well. We sat there and we did the character psychology breakdowns, and I saw everybody just writing booklets of how their characters were developed. And it's so amazing. And their delivery on camera was very, very natural. And everybody raved about it. So I've continued it. I've gotten comments that not a lot of directors do that with their crew. And I understand if you're a Hollywood director and you got all of these movies going on, I can understand that. Like a Robert Rodriguez ain't going to sit down and talk to me if I'm in his movie about my character psychology breakdown. But I can sit here and talk to, let's say you, if you were a vampire victim in my movie, just saying. I would probably be here when we're on set or whatever, and I would just be like, look, you're just dead. You've been eaten and you're just dead. Just die. No, I'm just kidding. But everyone's really raved about it. And a lot of people have said, you've gotten my mind jogging. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. And, it's something that they can take on with their other acting classes when they're, doing their skits there. So I love that. I think Redemption's Price is going to be absolutely fabulous. We film April 6th through the 19th. So keep us in your prayers. I'm so nervous.
Oh, definitely will. It's my birthday week. Yes.
Happy early birthday.
April 15th, baby.
Yes. Yes.
So, that was just a shameless plug of my birthday. Anyway, like there's a bunch of people here. The one gentleman, he's in Japan, and his name is Scott. And
Hi, Scott.
he was actually asking what your, what the background was, a little bit of the log line of your story, and you pretty much went through that. He says, I'm happier that it is easier for indie filmmakers to make the film they want to make outside of the studio system.
Absolutely. He is 100% correct.
Yeah. When it comes to that kind of I'm good, H-top music. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of an interview. I was gonna say, hey. You see, when the people come in, they say, and I don't want to be rude and say, no, I can't say hello to you.
Hey, everybody who's ever joined and has questions. Hi.
Yeah, we've got Tampa J in the house, Glenn the Day Tripper, Entity Paranormal Investigators, April's Great Girl. We also have H-Top Music. These people are great people that I have connected with over, and you can do it. He's in Japan. He's a really good guy, Scott Yukin. It's a great bunch of people here tonight. So thank you very much for joining us. So
yeah, man, you rock, y'all. Yay!
Oh, yeah, exactly. Thanks very much for stopping in. So basically, we were just talking about Loran's movie that's coming out, and shooting's going to be starting in mid-April for Redemption's Price. And she was just telling us that it's about vampires. And when you were talking about the vampires, so I don't understand, how does the character development start? Like, is that individual already a vampire? Like, I mean, you've seen movies like, Lost Boys, and of course, Tom Cruise was with Brad Pitt. Anyway, how do they start off as vampires? Are they regular people? Can you just kind of tell us a little bit about that, or?
So in the character development, Michael's turned, Damien's turned, Lilith is turned, Abby will be turned, Isabella's turned, Malik is turned. So you see the character development, you see the character arc, you see the climax, and you see the down spiral. I forget what it's called, but there's only a few people, mostly the proteges,
right,
and Jen, that you don't really. I purposely made it towards where it could be made into a TV series if somebody buys it out, or even if I want to make it into a TV series, because there's so many different stories of the different characters that can be told. So it's mentioned to me in my mind how they were made, but everybody was made first, and there's one specific individual that started it all. And you'll have to watch the movie to find that out.
No, that's wonderful. So what do you foresee with this film? Because you also have the Jacob's File. Jacob's File, and I want to talk a little bit about that. But with this particular film, do you have any, a lot of people, I had Vincent DeSante on the program, and his with Never Hike Alone, the movie that just went straight to YouTube. It was well put together. It's a Friday the 13th film, and I mean, it's free on the internet. You can go watch it. So he's an indie filmmaker, and what he tried to do was he tried to bring the Friday the 13th, because there's the whole thing with Paramount now. Paramount wants nothing to do with the Friday the 13th films or anything like that. New Line Cinema, same thing. Like, they just don't want to have anything to do with Friday the 13th, which is really sad. So now all these indie makers have come together, and they started to put these great films together, and to give the fans what they want. So I guess the long and short of the question is, what do you foresee in the future for this movie, Redemption's Price? Would it go right to Blu-ray, DVD? Do you think it could go, like to the cinema?
There's so many things that I want to do with this film. We are pushing, me and my UPM have been discussing this off and on, me and Angela. We're definitely going to submit it to film festivals.
Yes.
Horror film festivals everywhere. Because the more you win at film festivals, or the more you're seen, the better chances you have of getting distribution through Amazon. Absolutely. Or any other streaming services, Hulu, Netflix, anybody, and it is be at the right place at the right time. You got to know these people, that type of thing. So, I would and will have DVD copies for sure for the people that donate. There's stuff, rewards there. But as for Walmart distribution and Target distribution, I would absolutely see that in the future. I absolutely do. I want it to. I honestly think more indie films need to be at Walmart, and there's a lot of good ones. Bloodfest just came out on the Walmart. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get paid and go buy that movie. We get paid tomorrow, I believe. I'm on my way to Walmart to buy that movie. I mean, Joe Quintanilla can't talk about that enough. I'm friends with several of the, Facebook friends with several of the actors that are in it, and I love it. I love watching movies like this because you gain so much knowledge just by looking at it. From a filmmaker and director point of view, it's like, well, why did they use that shot? Why did they light her this way? So it's like you're trying to figure out what was the message behind the film, because there's always a message behind the film, and most people can catch it. But with Redemption's Price, absolutely distribution, 100%. Oh, wow. I want the world to see every single one of my actors. Every single person in this movie needs to be known because they are highly underrated actors. These people are phenomenal. And I'm not just chalking it up because they're in my movie. I'm chalking it up because I've seen their material. I've either worked with them, they've auditioned for me, or I've seen a lot of their movies. So I know that they have what it takes to be noticed. And that's my heart. I want everybody to see these people and to bring my movie to life.
Sorry to interrupt. Lots of support on this side. People are saying they'll definitely support the film when it comes out. And you know that I'm the biggest promoter of a lot of the individuals. That's why you are on the show. That, as soon as, privately you let me know when it's ready. And of course, you'll get and as soon as.
Oh, no. Sean, are you there? Can you hear me, Sean? Oh, no.
Oh, we froze for a little bit.
Oh, I hope it didn't hurt anybody. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, I promise, as soon as I know anything about the DVDs and distribution, trust me, it's going to go out.
Yeah, I froze there, just like Harrison Ford in Star Wars.
And I was probably like...
You were, actually. Let me see. So people are just saying we're here, Loran, just not you, Sean. Oh yeah, no, lots of support from both sides here. It's great. Yeah, absolutely. I love it when people, like that's what this whole platform should be used for, YouTube. I mean, not this guy, Jake Paul and Loran, Paul John, or whatever his name is. These guys, they do whatever they do, and they're silly monkeys. And there should be more people out here promoting indie films like this to get people out there. Like myself, I'm an indie, I would say, interviewer. I've had some really great talent and you guys, I consider anybody that has talent of some sort, whatever it is, I love to get it out there because it is a great platform to reach others that might not know. And they might be like, someone said, in a thing, they go, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know who she is. And I'm like, well, come to the show and find out. I mean, that's the only, yeah. So, yeah. Are you
the only way you can get to know anybody is by networking with them. And this business is built on networking. Oh my gosh. It is a business of who you know. And I mean, just, I'm starting at the bottom here and I'm working my way up. Who wouldn't want to be at the bottom of something, working their way up, seeing somebody progress through the levels that, that they want to progress. I want to, you know, I have people message me and stuff like that and say that I'm an inspiration and I'm helping them, you know, get more active in such and such, whatever their career path is. And that's great. And that's my heart, because I wake up every day and I'm like, if I can help one person do something to step out of their comfort zone or network better, I want to help them. I'm not unreachable. I'm not an intimidating force to be reckoned with. You know what? Like, I'm very open and honest, and I'm communicative. And people, I mean, I have people reach out to me all the time. I will hold a conversation with you. You know, when my kids aren't around. My kids, God bless them. If I don't answer you, I can guarantee it's because of my kids.
Well, you know, children. I mean, you know, they do need your divided attention. They need your attention.
Yeah.
Because you know what, they're young. They don't understand at a level what we're thinking. You have a lot on your mind when it comes to different things, where you're going to be, groceries, you know, the appointments, whatever. And children, they got their own little world. So you know, when you know, I try and put myself in my children's shoes too, and obviously we all get down to their level, but you know, it's, you know, children are you know, that's the nature of that's the nature of parenting. The nature of parenting business.
I understand, because, dude, I live by a calendar. If it's not on my calendar, I can't do it. If you're not scheduled in, I'm sorry. I can't do it. You can ask anyone who's had any type of meeting or training with me. I do a start a plan on their Facebook Messenger just so that I can remember. And then it goes in 2 calendars I have here at home. I have my personal calendar and I have my wall calendar. Now I'm not saying I got to fit my kids, you know, not meaning I'm not like that.
No, of course not.
I am and forever will be a mom first. So I'm a mom first, and then everything else can fall into place after that.
Right. So we're by the parenting bit. Let's get on to a little bit. We've got a little bit of time here, about another 15 minutes. Would you say? Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah. Does anyone have any questions that I can answer for them?
Yeah. Well, it looks like, wow, we have a lot of people that tweeted this broadcast out, which thank you very much. Appreciated that.
Oh my God, I'm being tweeted.
That's awesome.
Oh my
now
God,
trending on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. Oh my God, tag me at Loran Har, LORANHAR. Tag me in it, please.
Loran Har, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then people are just like really liking, like they're really loving you here. They're just, yeah.
I love you guys too.
They're agreeing with everything you're saying, and yeah, this has been a great interview.
I'm so happy. Thank you.
You know what, I really, when I told you before we started, I normally just like to shoot the breeze with everybody, and that's pretty much, I like, you know, all the people that I've had on have loved this concept, because you're at home, you're in your own environment, you're chill. It's not a pressure thing. You know, it's kind of like, this is great because we're just shooting the crap about great things, but at the same time, you know, giving the world what you have. Anyway,
I think what you're doing is great, man. I really do. It's exciting. It's new. It's innovative. It's thrilling. And you're giving people a voice that Hollywood wouldn't give. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hollywood. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly.
The big bucks, yes.
So we have a question that just popped in. Tampa Jay, his name is, he would like to know where was the filming location, or where's the filming location going to be?
For Redemption's price, we are shooting in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Louisiana.
All right. That's great. I have a friend that's down there. Maybe I'll ask him to stop by and see you.
Hey, amen. I'll welcome anybody.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I should contact him. He does a lot of stuff in and around that area, filming and whatnot. So I should ask him to maybe drop by, and that would be a really good. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Heck yeah, man! Have him drop by. That'd be awesome.
So I'm just waiting for more questions. Loran, what do you find to be the hardest part of working in the film industry? That's from Amy.
Oh, Amy, wow. Ugh. Oh, hardest part. Now, is this from being as a woman or as an artist in general? As with anything, I think the hardest part is marketing yourself, honestly. It takes a while for, even if you have an agent or not, it takes a while for you to get your face out there. And it's tedious and it's hard work. It's a lot of time. And then you have the networking aspect right after that. So I would honestly have to say just marketing yourself, because it's a continuous education type thing for your brand. However, I believe that once you figure out your brand, then it's a little bit easier to market yourself and then to network yourself to different casting directors and stuff like that. But getting your face out there when you're a newbie is a hard start. But you know what, Amy? I have to say, with marketing yourself, make sure that you are a person of character and integrity that somebody can trust, because they're going to want to work with you again. And you just get on as many sets as you can and be a person of your word. There's people that consider this a career. There's people that consider this a hobby. And you can tell the difference between the two, because there's a difference in your character, the way that you present yourself. You are going to treat every set that you are on like a multi-million-dollar set when you see this as your career and you are a person of character and integrity. And you know what that is? I hate to say it, Sean, I really do, but that's a rarity in the entertainment industry. It really is. A lot of people are out for themselves. What can I do for me? And it's heartbreaking, but it's the truth. And that's one thing I'm trying to change. And so, Amy, saying all that, just research how to market yourself, baby. That's going to be your hardest obstacle.
That's awesome. I mean, you couldn't get any more in depth with that, than that. I mean, like you said, you're on a set. There's a lot of things going on, and you've got to be in that mindset of, yeah, I am on this $1 million, quadrillion-dollar set that, I'm responsible for people here, but at the same time, we've got to make it work as a unit, so that way the film will come together, or whatever project it is, so that it'll come together, as planned, and hoping that it goes as planned. But I mean, you said it. You hit the nail on the head for sure. That was awesome. Yeah,
Thank you.
That was great. Wow. Whew. Okay, interview over. Bye, everybody. Good night. No.
I'll tell you one thing, Sean. Success principles never change. The way that they're written or the way that they're spoken about may change, but success always leaves clues, and the principles never change. And you can see it from the wealthiest people in this world to the most third world country.
Yeah.
And I do a lot. I do read a lot of self-help books. I have read a lot of self-help books. I'm big on John Maxwell and Terry Saville Foy. And I'm reading, again, 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life. I've had a lot of life happen to me in the past couple of months. You've been privy to that. A lot of people have been privy to that. Because when you're even when you're in social media you want to, stuff happens, and it's very, very hard to keep that out of the light. And so you have to deal a lot with that on your own. And this book has really helped me deal with a lot of situations that have come up by the advice that she gives, and it's advice that works based off of success principles.
Right.
So a good leader is always a reader. I'll go ahead and just say that. And I want to always be a good leader for people. Somebody who they can look up to, and if they need, I can be there for them. Or if they need to talk to me, they know that I'm not going to spew anything out, that is confidential when they speak to me. It's a trust builder.
Oh, absolutely. I know that trust thing.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I deal with actors and all kinds of people, and I've got, my phone is filled with amazing. Now I lose this phone, and because there's private numbers in there that, you know, people can never have. And
Right.
it's great that I have that. I mean, you talked about Joey Quintanilla earlier, and you know, he's done some amazing work, you know, the Sharknadoes, and just, I mean, he's just an incredible individual to know. And
Yes.
when Welcome Dainair came to the HorrorCon here in Niagara Falls, we were discussing Joe, and it's like you said, it's all who you know and stuff. And I got, you know, Malcolm was like, hey, call me anytime if you want whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure. You know, he's like, dude, you know, and like you said, it is based on trust. And in the eye of the social media, you do have to watch what you say. I mean, there are things, if you do and step out of line, you know, it'll come back and haunt you. And you know what? I've made my share of mistakes in the past. I'm glad
Absolutely.
those accounts are now deleted.
I've made mistakes too. Trust me.
Yeah, and you know what? That's, as humans, that's what we do. Like we learn every day. There's always something, and you learn from that mistake, and you push on. And who knows? You might revisit it another time, not thinking, oh no, that okay, wait, I can get myself out of this because I remember what happened that one time. You know. So exactly. Enough of my rambling on. I just wanted to say something. Sherry Lee Smith joined us.
Hey, Sherry! Oh my God, that's my friend from high school.
Yes, he's been here for a little while. She was just there while you were talking. And then, so let me see. There was another question. Amy said she needs to read the book that you said. Just wanted
to live a kick-ass life.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's what she was referring to. And then April, she says, she's always learned to stay true to yourself. Oh, I thought she asked a question, though. There was a question that she asked. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Here we go. How do you balance the kids and the hubby with the film industry, or with what you do?
Calendar planning.
That's what you, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm blessed that my kids are younger. My son is 4. My daughter is 8. She just turned 8. Woo! I don't know where she gets her attitude from. Just saying. But I do tell people that normally between like 4:30 and 7:30, I'm kind of untouchable, or kind of not being able to be in touch with, because it's dinner time and stuff like that. So I have specific times laid out during the day where I'm unreachable. That's the word I was looking for. And I don't apologize for that, because I'm doing this business for my kids. And if they're busy doing something and I'm just kind of sitting there fondling my thumbs, then I'll get on social media and I'll answer, questions, or check out what we're doing, or, plan something else for the movie. So to answer April's question, calendar planning, and just, there's a word I'm looking for, and I'm sorry, it's escaped my non-negotiable. They're my non-negotiables.
They're your non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Well, that's, yeah, so that's the best way to answer it. Thanks, April, for the question. There you go.
Way to go, girl.
So well, you know what? I know we said we were going to end off in 50. I want to give you a little bit more time with, hang on now. I got to come back to you. I want you to touch quickly on your other movie, Jacob's File. We didn't touch much on it, but if you just, and obviously I can have you back at another time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll discuss that. So just give us a little bit of a background of Jacob's File and what that's about, and what's going on.
It's about childhood friends that end up inadvertently causing somebody's death, and in doing so, the family seeks out their vengeance on those 2 doctors. And so, as I was writing the Jacob's File, literally, I'm going to be a little bit candid with everybody. I was in the shower when the Jacob's File was starting to be developed in my brain. I just wanted to write something fun and cool and psychological, and something that people could, just have fun with. And as I was writing the Jacob's File, not in the shower, but when I got out, one of my really good friends, Tony Basili, literally called me. At the time I was writing Grady, the character Grady, who's a neurosurgeon. And as I was writing Grady, I realized this was Tony, and not even thinking about it. And he calls, and I'm like, oh, you're going to be my Grady. And he's like, I'm down. What's going on? Like, he accepted right then and there. And so I told him about the Jacobs File, and then he became one of my producers, and he helped me, with some ideas about, where we could take the characters and everything. And then just went through the auditioning process to find the other folks for the film. And it was shot in 30 to 40 degree weather for 4 days in a tin can, in a shed. And I'm grateful for the location, for the people that allowed us to film there. They'll get some special credits, but their house was right up the road, so we were able to go in and warm our bones if we needed to. But what really made me happy was that the people that hadn't worked with me before loved it after they worked on my set. Yes, it was cold. Yes, it was miserable trying to film. I was in a tank top in 30 degree weather with yoga pants on a concrete floor. I was cold. Everybody else had full clothes on. I'm just saying. But everything that went up on set, when push came to shove, everybody had fun. Everybody loved it. And the story is delivered. And right now I have Tony editing the movie. So we're aiming for summer. If it's done before then, great. It's a short film. It'll be entered into film festivals. And we have the teaser trailer out right now. You can find it on my Facebook or on the Jacobs File Facebook page. It's an incredible teaser trailer. Everybody did a phenomenal job. And James Berberich was the DP. He was also the executive producer. So big props to James Berberich.
And speaking of which, he is here. He's here with us.
Oh my God, James is in the chat room?
Yes.
Oh, hi, James. He told me he was going to be joining today. James Berberich is also the DP for Redemption's Price. We mesh great together when we're working. He's very laid back. He's willing to get whatever we need to get done. And he's just like, let's go. Anytime I turn around, it's like, can we film now? I'm like, yes. So he helps me keep up with me, so to speak. So he's a great DP. I would highly recommend him to anybody. He's amazing. His personality, everything about him, his equipment, everything is great. And he's working on, editing Beyond Dark right now, and that'll be out somewhere in the early, like late spring or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, James. I'm sorry. Kind of out of the loop. But everything just went really, really well. So I'm really excited because a lot of the same people that were on Jacob's File is on Redemption's Price. Oh, so I get to work with my film family, and this is what I've dreamt about since I was like 9 years old. I have dreamt and I told my mom I was going to be an actor, director, and producer of horror movies when I was 9 years old. And that's what I'm doing today at 34. Just so you know.
34.
I am 34. I know. I look 24. God bless my skincare. And good genes. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But yeah, you were, what I wanted to talk to when I was 9 years old. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's coming up soon. Just saying. I will meet that man one day. He will be on my set one day. I don't care how I'm going to get him there. He's going to be on in my films.
That would be awesome.
I have loved that man since I was 9 years old. And it hasn't changed at all. So I'm working with actors that I've been wanting to work with for so many years. And my dreams are finally starting to come true because, no offense, I bust my ass to make this happen.
Yeah.
I'm making my own way. Hollywood, it takes a long time to get your face noticed, even with agents and stuff like that, to get on TV and film. But I'm going to do my best to help others get noticed while I'm helping myself get noticed. And I'm ready. I'm ready. I love working with everybody. And, you know, I have the question all the time, what do you like more, behind the camera or in front? I love them equally.
Yeah.
My first love will always be in front of camera acting. Always, always, always. Because that's how I was with theater and then coming up and stuff. But just, I don't know, there's just something about both combining that I work so well under stressful situations. It's just easier for me to act and direct. Some people, not so. Others, yeah. I'm the latter. I'm the yeah. So if you let me keep going, I'm going to continue babbling. I hope nobody. I hope I'm not embarrassing myself.
No, that's okay. I was just going to touch on a couple of things here. Somebody was saying, Amy was saying, whenever she does the you know, the breath thing for her age, and Amy does that, and also May 5th, James said May 5th for the.
Okay, yep. Great.
Now
That's
it's
actually my brother's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we're going to be hopefully celebrating his birthday at my mom and dad's new home. So keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's funny that came up, that Beyond Dark. I was going to kind of mention it, but then I wasn't sure, just because that's what you guys were here that's what you were on the show the last time about. And
oh no, the movie went phenomenal. I mean, of course, every set has, you know, issues and stuff like that, but the movie is turning out beautifully. And we had an amazing time shooting at my house. I wouldn't change that for the world. Everybody did a phenomenal job. I love it. I can't wait to see it.
yeah, and that's why I said, like, I didn't really want to touch. I wasn't too sure, you know. I'm just writing back here. People are one gentleman has to leave, so.
Bye, whoever has to leave.
We'll see you later, Glenn. Take care.
Bye, Glenn.
Other than that, yeah, like I'm just going through to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. I know what I think. Old Not Daddy says, but I will still want you to know that get credit and recognize when I use. Okay, he says you've recruited him or something. This is Scott, and he's a Winnipegger. He lives here in Canada, but he lives in the United States. He's a snowbird. He lives.
Is he my drone operator? Is that Scott Roberts?
Your drone operator.
Is that Scott Roberts?
That's funny. No.
Oh.
Is it Scott? No, it can't be Scott. Going to need some music soon. Doing a video with my drone. Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. That's funny because his name's Scott as well. It's not Scott. I'm sorry, Scott. I've lost your name right now. I'm just gone.
No, it's okay. My drone operator for Redemption's Price, his name is Scott Roberts, and we're very, very happy to have him on. We'll have him on 2 days on set, and he's a certified drone pilot, so we're very excited.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. No, because Scott, he does drone footage as well down in Arizona, because that's where he stays on his time off from Canada, where it's so cold. Because they call Winnipeg, I call it Winterpeg, because it's so damn cold over there. Anyway, yeah. I'm sorry. Now I'm rambling on. All right. Well, can we? Oh yeah, that was one thing. Someone was asking, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. It's just Loran Bolding. If they type in my name, my stuff will pull up.
Okay. And where else can we find you on social medias? Like you said, Twitter earlier.
At Loran Har. And then Snapchat, I'm my first name dot my last name. And then Facebook, I'm at Actress L Bolding for my acting page. For my main Facebook page, I think it's just Loran Bolding. You type in my name and it is the first one to pop up. And on Instagram, it's just Loran Bolding, one long line. I don't have I have a LinkedIn account, but I haven't been on it in years, and I don't remember my passwords or anything, so I don't really use it. And I think that's about it, Lovey. I don't think I have any more. And if I do, I don't remember.
You don't have any more?
No, I don't remember. I have so many different accents. Don't mind me, Lovey.
Bloody hell, we're gonna go down to the bar and have us a little bevy.
Bully.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this was wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on. You know what? I want to have you back. We're going to do another one whenever Redemption's price is up and running beforehand, whenever you want, whatever after. Obviously, you can always contact me, phone, whatever, and we can talk anytime.
Absolutely.
There you go. Someone just posted your channel, actually. Amy.
Yay! Who posted it?
Everybody can go and subscribe to Lauren's channel right there.
Who posted it?
Yeah, and drop her a message. Do you check your YouTube now and then?
Oh, of course. I'm on YouTube every day.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. She's on YouTube every day, guys. She'll go and subscribe to her. She'll subscribe to you. You're not allowed to say subscribe anymore. It's a YouTube taboo. Don't even go there. The rules on YouTube have gotten ridiculous. And
it says subscribe on the
YouTube. What's that?
I said it says subscribe right next to the person's name.
I don't even go there. I know it's so stupid, but hey, it is what it is. I'll talk to you about another platform later on. Okay, everybody's look at that. They're going and subscribing to you. So What the Paranormal is Amy. She's a really great girl. Her and her daughter Lainey, they go out and they do paranormal investigations.
So, I love it. Oh, I could write a movie about her life.
Oh yeah, well, there you go. She's subscribed to you. And Entity Paranormal Investigators, that is April. A lovely girl too. She does voice recording and listens to the voices and all that stuff on the EVPs and that. It's great. Got a great bunch of people. I really want to thank everybody for coming out. Do you want to say anything to everybody and we'll just end it off?
Dude, I'm so grateful for every single one of y'all that have joined us. I can't see y'all. He has all the access on his side of the computer, but I am so grateful that everybody is here. Thank you for listening in on me. I can't wait for y'all to be interviewed so I can hone in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to have Amy on the show at some point. She's such a wonderful girl. Her and April, I love them both. They're great. They're great people, and I'm glad that in this community that we're starting to get to know one another on a really cool level. I mean, everybody's just laid back, and I don't know. It's just been a lot of fun. I've met a lot of great people, and then obviously with the actors and whatnot. You know, for me, I haven't really done much on my YouTube channel, Sean Rockinboxes. I normally do a 12 o'clock rocks, but this week is retro week, and everybody's wondering, where's Sean? Where's Sean? It's because I have, see this mess in behind? Don't even start me. We're refurnishing. Oh my gosh, it's just a complete S show. S-H-I-T show.
I caught it. I got you. I'm adult minded, babe. I got you.
So anyway, that's it. That's it from me. I want to thank you and love you very much, and God bless you, and thanks very much for being on. And you know, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. You know what? Like I said, this is fun. This is great. You get to shoot the crap. People loving it, and that's great. We reached out to however many people were watching. I think we had about 30 at one point.
Holy mother of pearl. Thank you, everybody. Hail to the yeah. Oh, sorry. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah. I'm sorry. You know, I got kids. I got a mouth on me. I'm sorry. My kids did it to me. I take no personal responsibility for my language. Sorry, Sean.
No, that's all right. Hey, this is an adult show. Anyway, a lot of fun, guys. Thank you very much for coming out, and I'll let you guys know soon when we're going to have another guest on, you know, with another promotion or whatever, and right here on the Rockinboxes Presents channel. From me, Sean Rockinboxes, you guys be good to one another, as I always say, and I always say hit the music, but I can't this time. And Lauren?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Say good night.
Good night, everybody.